ZL Entertainment.
Greetings, boys and girls. I'm Andy Dion from The Entertainment, and today we're here for episode 20 within The Witcher, and we're continuing this quest right here. We just finished up taking out these guys, so we'll see how things go from here. The next place is up in that section, I believe. Yeah. Well, you guys can't see the mouse, but I can. Or I was able to, anyways. Post commentary, so I see what you guys see now. And since nobody's around, we can do a quick heal. Just a 1 hour rest, and all is well. The the swamp is actually pretty quiet for the night, surprisingly. A lot of the enemies seem to be gone, so I think after this quest the enemies start to slowly disappear. I can't remember when. Either that or they do definitely change in the third chapter. There's not as much of these drowners and such and other things. It becomes like a bunch of different other creatures. That's a time I can't wait till we get to, because that'll be nice. Alright, well, if I remember right, we took out the Bloodsuckers, and we took out these drowners. And now we have the Echinops up ahead. Take out. We only need to take out 2 of them, so that'll be great. There also might be very few enemies due to the fact of this quest. That is also another possibility. So we got our fire spell and the torch going for us on this, so we can take it out easily. These creatures are really easy to take care of if you have the fire and the torch. And that enemy pretty much saw us right away, so we're gonna have to make sure we take care of this person. And by person, I mean plant creature, or maybe even plant monster. And pretty much done. There are no more hostile creatures, so we can kind of relax a little bit. There is one more enemy, but we don't actually, they're not hostile, so it doesn't matter. It's the Vodnoi, and yeah, they're not hostile at all. You're the one who has to attack first, kind of thing. But there's a peaceful way to do it, so I'm gonna be going to do that instead. We'll see if we can speak to it. I guess not. So yeah, we have to speak to Vasca about this, and she'll let us know how to do this in a peaceful way. And so yeah, that's how I like to do this quest. I like to do things apparently opposite from what most people seem to do online. A lot of the Let's Plays I watch are people where you can decide what kind of person you want to be. A lot of people I see usually go the evil route, so I'm kind of surprised about that, but I guess I shouldn't be. I like to do the peaceful route most of the time.
The tree fellers grow uneasy about the Vodianoi.
Fellers?
The lumberjacks think the water lords threaten them.
The water lords grant mercy to those who recognize the
I'm
truth
sure
of
they
their
do.
mission. The woodcutters have naught to fear.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a peace
I'll
going.
negotiate with them, but I'll need your help.
The woodcutters should lay down their weapons as a sign of peace. Offer their leader's axe unto the water lords. Humble yourself before them.
Okay, don't get
The
all
water
preachy
lords
on
are
us.
How do I...
We know little of the lord's language. We communicate through...
Where's the...
by the oven.
By the oven.
Why do you...
You are not one of us.
Yes.
You can get...
What else?
bruised.
What else?
Avoid...
I'll be...
all...
As you can see, I don't really care about any of this. I just like to get rid of all the blue text. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go all the way back to not Yavin, but Yaren, because it's an R instead of a B. So we go all the way back there, we get his axe, and then we come back here. It's a pretty simple thing to do. And there are no enemies along the way there. All enemies have been destroyed, apparently. So it's a grand and wondrous thing that we can all be happy about, I guess. I'm kind of surprised I didn't just cut out the trip back there, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm already bored seeing the same pathway over and over. But that's coming from me who had to play the game, and now I have to do post-commentary. So it's might be just too much for me. And I'm glad I remembered about the sword out to run faster technique. Kind of funny, but when they give us the axe, it's not like an actual quest item, even though it technically is. And it drops one of our swords.
The Brickmaker's Eldris claims you can negotiate with the...
Negotiate?
It's worth it, if only to avoid revenge for...
What am I supposed to do?
Give me your axe.
You're testing me.
I'll take the axe to the fish...
Speak.
And there we go.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, pretty soon I realized my sword dropped. I don't know if it's all that great of a sword, but it's somewhere back there, and I think I'm able to pick it up again later. But either way, we don't have to worry about that for now. Alright. Let's just continue along the way back to the altar, I guess it was called. And there we can place the axe, and then we can finally finish this side quest. This quest doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but I do like to get things taken care of and finished. And as I already said previously, This is the quest that, like, messed up on me. But, I mean, I don't really care. Out of all the quests I've done, I only failed 2. One's an automatic fail, depending on the choice you make. Well, it's not a fail if you don't gather the quest first. But either way, so you have to be there at midnight, and apparently being after midnight doesn't work. But oh well, we're on a tight schedule, and next on our itinerary, is that the phrase people use for that? Next up on that is we're going to do the autopsy, because that's most important right now.
Come aboard.
It's actually probably the number one most important thing we can do.
Take me to
Time is...
at this current point in the game.
I wouldn't.
So my plan is just to quickly run past all the enemies that will spawn here. Most regrettably, they block me, so we have to fight. The pain, but what can you do, right? Thankfully, we can walk around that other one. Normally, I probably would have fought him, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to get stuff taken care of. I think I was mostly worried that the other quest timing like messed up. Like we were too late, so I was worried that this one was supposed to be at midnight, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't too late for it either. Because it's nice to be able to do things organized as possible. And like I said in the previous episode, I actually once, long ago, took the game guide that comes with the game, and after I think the first or second time playing through the game, I wrote down which order you should do the quests in for maximum
Ready for the autopsy?
efficiency.
Let's get started.
And I lost the pages I wrote all that on. So I was trying to remember how to do all of this in the most efficient way.
Race, human. Gender, male. Wounds, extensive.
But we've got this
Shami,
to take
this isn't
care of,
lecture.
so
Whatever you say. He died yesterday, torn to pieces.
I'm quite glad I got all the information needed so we can accuse the proper person
Could a
and not
human
the
have
wrong
inflicted these
person.
wounds?
Only with a 2-foot jaw.
The bone marrow has been sucked out. Must be scavengers.
Very
I could even
Plenty
say
around the cemetery.
which options
So
would
he was torn to pieces after he
blame
died.
which person.
I'm interested in the cause of death.
I also see some stab wounds. A blade 2 fingers wide.
That's obvious right there. That would be ram's meat. I'm going with the one that has the most
External
words
signs aren't everything.
because I
His
feel
neck
like
muscles
that's
and
the
palms
best
look tense.
option.
How do you know when he died?
Normally I base it on muscle stiffness and dehydration, but rigor mortis is persisting for too long.
They say successful autopsies are based on curiosity. Should we look?
Let's check his internal organs.
Indeed. And once we do this, it starts to point to another suspect that is also innocent.
The symptoms are peculiar, and the cause of death, too.
Those
Uh-huh.
wounds are too obvious. I suspect something more. Poison?
If
Maybe
so,
so.
a rare sort. Perhaps an alchemist's brew.
Kolkstein?
Ah,
And
it
there's
was
the
completely cirrhotic.
other
It was obviously a
innocent
potent
person
poison.
that it could be.
This stinks of alchemy.
But it's definitely not
This is too
Cockstein,
easy.
so...
Life can be simple sometimes.
Are you
No,
certain poison is the only
rarely.
explanation for the unusual rigor mortis?
The most likely cause.
I have a sinking feeling there's more to this.
We
Indeed
can try the
so.
coroner's last resort, opening the skull.
And knowing how gritty and dark this game is, I'm surprised they don't actually show all of
Opening
that
the
stuff.
skull, always a pleasure. See that in the brain?
Larva of the Zeracanian tsetse fly.
But how did they get in his brain?
It's part of their
Who
development
knows?
cycle. If we were in Zeracania, I'd say
And
the
that's why
fly
we
crawled
had
up
to
his
read
nose and
this
laid
book
its
so we
eggs.
know
We're
exactly
in Temeria.
Our
who it
climate
is.
too cold and dry for the tsetse fly. Even if someone brought eggs, how would they get up his nose?
What do these eggs look like?
Tiny, white, like flour.
Or Fistek?
Geralt, I gave him Fistek before he died. He was suffering terribly, and we had no other anesthetics.
So
thought it
Fizztech
was
is
safe.
basically
Where did you get it?
From your friend, the detective.
cocaine or something.
He told me it was from special stock.
Raymond.
Then we have a problem.
He added eggs to
Indeed.
the Fistek, then came
Indeed,
here
you
at
guys
night
do.
to fake the other evidence.
That doesn't sound like Raymond at all.
My medallion vibrates whenever I see him lately. And Zeracania? That's where Azar Javid is from. The real Raymond may no longer be with us.
Dun
But
dun
we saw him just
dun!
yesterday.
Azar's using an illusion, trying to manipulate
Indeed.
me. Thanks, Shani. I couldn't have figured it out without you.
What will you do
That's
now?
true.
I'll talk to Kalkstein first. He should
Awesome.
help me prepare.
Alright, let's talk to Cockstain. And as you can see, all the suspects have been updated and we now know that they're all innocent. So all is well. We will see the person I care the least about first, which will be Ramsmeat. And surprisingly, we'll see... Actually, the order that they showed us, that is the order that I'll be going to visit them. All of these quest updates we can check out. We do have... or no, I was going to say, I will be seeing Ramsmeat, Fowler, and Cockstain, and then Vincent, because he's not available right now, since it's night. Bam, 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 bam. We could get the access to the cemetery from paying Fowler, but I'm not gonna pay anybody. I mean, I waited this long to go into the cemetery, so I can wait a little bit longer and just get the key, or, well, I think it's just a path from Vincent. So that's what we'll be doing. Yep, that all took an hour. That sounds a bit reasonable. I don't... Oh, there was Lou Varden. He was the fifth one, but we already proved his innocence. He was the only one we were able to without doing this.
What do you want?
I thought one of them said they would pay us to when they we found their innocence, but
Someone
this
wanted
guy's
me
not
to
one of them. I think it was Lou Varden,
They really
actually.
like me out of the saddle. They tried to poison me and sent several masked assholes out to assassinate me. But that's all too little for Uncle.
I know you're fighting Salamandra.
Javed wants to take over my business. He decided to start with the girls. No,
Not really.
he's driven by instinct. Thinks with that Zeracanian cock of his. And he's got some strange...
Thanks.
No,
I
Yeah,
figured out
good.
he doesn't
So
give
you
us
can be a little
any
surprised.
maybe call
reward
good work.
for finding his innocence, but I didn't expect anything from him. Well, we've got that quest completed, and now we can go and see Fowler. And he does nothing either. In fact, none of them give you anything, except for Luvarden. And I don't know why, but for some strange reason I go check up on Vincent's area, but he's not there. For obvious reasons. But first we go and speak to him.
I've figured out.
Right.
Spit it out. Javed is using an illusion to disguise himself as Raymond. The real detective is dead. I have solid proof. Javed's now free to pursue his plans. He wanted me to go after Vincent, Ramsmeet, and Kalkstein.
Dog's balls. I don't know what to say. A while longer and he'd have duped us all.
I need to weaken him.
Talk to the men he's after. They might. Right.
I'll be.
Hell with it.
Yeah, but we finished that. He didn't, like, give us any information, do anything. He's like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, goodbye. He was the most useless of them all. Yeah, he's obviously not there. Even went to check the time to make sure. We have Kalkstein to speak with now, and that'll be interesting. He's probably the most useful of the four. Although he is the one we have to speak to for a different quest of how to deal with Azar.
I know Raymond is the Salamandra leader.
Are you sure?
Yes, I have irrefutable evidence. Azar killed Raymond and assumed his identity using an illusion.
The rogue. What do you intend to do about it?
You're better off not knowing.
Be careful. He has great power. You must separate him from its source, the element of fire. Lure
Indeed
him
so.
to a place where the magical aura is unstable.
All
it
right.
would be best if this place was surrounded by the opposing element water.
The tower in the swamp.
Ideal. You'd stand a chance there.
Alright.
See ya.
And that got rid of the other options, so I couldn't even try that one. But that's completed, and that one's also completed. So we completed 2 quests in one with that. And now we can go and see what we need to do next. We have the other trophy monster. The Finders Keepers is that one guy outside of the sewers, so we'll be seeing him in a few hours. I guess we could do the next step on that. There's not too much of the main quests we can do quite yet. Most of those are things we are waiting to do. This is a moment where I kind of stopped. I don't know what I was doing, but I stopped playing for a moment. But I decided to show it because I was being attacked. And it was for a few moments while I was looking at the game guide. I believe that's what I was doing. If I had to guess. Like I said, I'm not sure what I was doing, but that's the only thing I can think of. And it feels like Azar Javed knows what we're doing and sent people after us, but I think the assassins are just here in general. I believe they're from the Salamander, so until we take care of the Salamander, they're going to be continually coming after us. And they have some decent loot. And we have a third enemy here. And there we go. Get some more loot. And probably not, yeah, nothing in there. For a moment, I think I'm doing the next quest on this, talking to him, but then I decide to do that a little bit later and go to some other areas first. So we'll go down here. I believe we're gonna go to the tavern. I believe there will, are we going to sell stuff? I can't remember.
I can't meditate with the fire out. Seems I have to light it first.
Now we go here to get some flint. Apparently I ran out of flint. And while you can take your sword out in the city during the night, I don't think you can use your spells. So I, of course, get another stack of flint. And I find that I have things I can put away. And I actually have some things to sell, so since we're here, we might as well do that. Got some, whatever the hell that was, I didn't see. We got some crappy beer. Fish, which I don't even like to eat. Grapes, which I haven't had in a long time. And our drinking wine when people want us to drink with them. A lot of potion alcohol, so that's good. Alright, now we can wait. I think we'll wait until 6 or 6 or 7. Oh, and we have some stuff we got a silver and 3 bronze, or copper as I like to call it. I'm not sure what I spend the silver on. Might be the, I got something in the copper section. Got something there. Oh, I'm getting the leftovers because there's not much else I want. Oh yeah, the +2 regen. That's actually kind of useful. So yeah, 3 hours. I believe it was 3 before we did that, so should be 6. Yep. Oh, so it must be 6:30 when he arrives. So it's 6:30 to 8. Either way, he's definitely going to be there. And we can get rid of that quest. Which will be nice. Can actually see his name pop up there.
Witcher.
And appropriate
Here's
to
your
his
ring.
name,
I'm keeping the rest.
It's kind of obvious
My foolish comrades died
what
while
it
I
was
survived.
going on
What
here.
are you talking about?
None of your concern. Bye.
Yeah. Alright. I believe we go and speak to Vincent. And we can also get rid of that. We can get rid of the trophy launcher thing. So that's pretty cool. Siegfried ain't here. He's still in the swamps, wanting us to lead his troops, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go to Vincent and do a few of the quests there. And once we get back to the swamps, then I'll talk to Siegfried about the... I think it was the Drowner Tongue. Hey, Zoltan. Anything?
Farewell.
Nope, nothing new. Now we can talk to Vincent, tell him about his innocence, and also get the papers that let us go in to the cemetery.
I killed the...
What the hell is this?
Many
bandits?
Right.
What is it?
It's Raymond.
What's Raymond?
The Salamandra boss.
Believe me, Witcher. Raymond has excellent reasons to detest Salamandra. Besides, Javed leads them.
Salamandra killed the real Raymond. Javed has used Raymond's good name to pursue his goals while concealed behind a magical illusion.
How'd you figure that out?
Deduction. The detective's most reliable instrument.
So, Raymond. Geralt, I have to admit, good work. Full moon soon. I got paperwork to do. It'll take a while.
What does the full moon have to do with it?
Absolutely nothing. Forget about it. Patience, Witcher. We'll get the bastard in good time.
Of course we will.
If you want something done well, do it yourself.
What do you mean?
Absolutely nothing. Forget about it.
Ah, almost forgot. If it's true, and I suspect it is, then I gotta admit it. Good work. Thanks.
And now can we get the pass now?
Into the cemetery?
No trouble. Maybe you can clean it up while you're there.
I'll see.
About damn time. Alright, we got that one completed. We also have the suspect completed. And we have an update on this one, alright. 2 completed quests and an updated quest. So now we can go to the cemetery. I'm not sure what we do there yet. I know we find Raymond's body there, but that's all I can remember. I guess I wanted to talk to Shawnee or something.
I'm so tired.
She's not here.
Great Melitelli, but faithful.
Yeah, I'm not sure when I remember that when she wants us to talk with her, we had to do it at her place. But that's alright. Because the cemetery awaits. And in the cemetery, we can find some interesting things. Like the body of Raymond, as I think I already said. Can't remember. And, well, there's a cave system, but I don't think there's any quest for that there. At least not yet. So we can speak with the gravedigger now.
I want
City.
I have it.
Here are the keys.
Farewell.
Oh, this is the quest, going into the cemetery. He wants us to take care of something. A little bit of organization going on here. Looks like I had forgotten to look up that. But everything's looking much nicer now. Putting the sellables in that row over there. The wolf pelts, probably. I don't think we are able to sell that to anybody. So I think I eventually just drop it. Or I might place it into the shop's storage thing. Alright, well, here is the cemetery. First thing I like to do here is I usually like to loot all the small things that you can loot here. Alright, so let's get to the looting. The lootening. There's one thing for ourselves. Had some gold and some dried fruit, I guess. There's not too much stuff here, but there is a chest somewhere around here. I think there's 2 chests. I'm not sure about that. There is definitely at least one. A trunk, whatever you want to call it. Looks like a chest to me. And yes, there are some enemies here, but not as much as there are at night. And you can just kind of like run away from them, so it doesn't matter. Yep, corpse that did have something in there. I didn't remember. I thought there was nothing. I remember going to it and getting nothing from it before. Alright, so the other little pond area doesn't have a trunk like I do. Like I thought there was. Get a quick little save before you go in here. All is well. This is an easy place, except for one little area. It's not hard, it's just you have to be careful about it. And I don't think I was careful the first time. Or, well, it wasn't exactly that. It was, I forgot the enemies that were in there. Because there's some kind of difficult enemies in the final area that you go to. Well, it's the final area I go to. Which is the place to the left. I basically like to get everything before I knock down the wall and go in there. Quite glad we have a torch. Kind of strange that they just pop up out of the ground. Especially since the ground isn't like a dirt ground, but it is stone covered. If they were just standing there, it would make more sense. Sadly, he can't hold a torch in one hand and fight with a sword in his other. As it should be, but well, you don't know, whatever, who cares. Yeah, he likes to put the torch away all the time for some lame-ass reason. But oh well. What can you do? Nothing. Sarcophagus with a bunch of junk in it. And there's a couple of enemies in here, but they're not too difficult. Just a ghoul. I think something else comes by to try to do harm, but oh, I guess not. Might be in another cave area that I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I am thinking of something else. I believe that's in chapter 4 or 5 actually. A long, long ways away. And fighting in the dark, so much fun. Alright, got all the loot we could find in this area. Being the hallway, that is. Couple corpses as well, that's great. Not really. Another one, so that's cool. Got a skeleton over here with whatever that is. I don't remember what it's called. And we got our first owl ghoul, so that'll be nice. I forgot what Cockstain wanted from the owl ghoul. Probably like the bone or something. Yeah, the bone. Which I believe that's the only one we have. Yeah, sometimes it just goes away as soon as you take it out. And it's like, dude, I have the torch out for a reason. It'd be nice if this game had a form of Night Eye, but apparently it doesn't. And you can already see it says Raymond's corpse. I probably should have saved before I went in here. But oh well. I think I do after I take out the ghoul. It's not too difficult, but we do get a fledger eventually. I might be thinking of something else. We take care of the ghouls almost immediately, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what happens. They do an instant kill on me. Quite annoying, but we come back. Like right at the point. And if not, then I'll just edit it out right now. And good. I didn't have to do any editing. I'm very kind to not make everybody have to suffer through all that crap. It's my mistake, so only I should suffer. Alright. So... yeah. We got everything done here. So... we can leave. Alright. Not sure what I do next after this, though. Could be anything, really. And yeah, there's nothing over here, even though I'm pretty sure I always feel like there should be something over there, but there doesn't seem to be. Oh yeah, I got to that part. I'm pretty sure that was like an intended thing to see, like almost immediately going in there, but I immediately went to the right when I entered, so that's kind of funny. One minor annoyance about having a beard is when it grows too big. Well, mostly the mustache, but once it gets too big, the hair starts going into your mouth.
I found
So it's
Raymond's
quite
body.
annoying.
Now I'm sure. The leader of Salamandra, a mage capable of spinning illusions, is
Yep, we now have the proof of what we thought earlier, or the night before, about the autopsy we did. Where we thought Azar Javed, was masquerading as Raymond. But now we actually have literal proof. So, yeah, Azar didn't really hide it all that well.
I should give him an IOU.
So now I think... I do think I go talk to him eventually, but I guess not yet. Oh, I'm gonna try doing the Shawnee thing again. Not knowing that I have to talk to her at the house. I think I realize that right now.
Hi, Shawnee.
I miss Oxenfurt sometimes.
You could always go back.
No, I'm needed here. Few have your immunity.
I wanted to talk.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
I need to talk to you.
Can it wait?
Well,
Visit me at home. The hospital's no place for...
Yeah, it's quite annoying, but whatever.
You'll be fine.
But yeah, that's where I'm like, fine. I think we speak to Raymond right now. But I'm not too sure. We'll, check. Well, we'll not check, but we'll see if I turn to the right or not. I do. So yeah, we're gonna get this taken care of as well. basically, I haven't done the Golem stuff yet. So I'm going to have him go out to the tower. I guess I'll go to... He gives us the last Sephiroth. And so I guess what we do is we have him go to the tower. We do the Golem thing. And then we move over to the tower. And, yeah. All is well. There's the, messed up phys tech.
Yes? I have the autopsy results.
And?
I couldn't conclude anything.
How's that?
How do I put this?
None?
Not a one.
I need to think.
I think we just go out and go back in and just talk to him about it. I think that's all we really need to do. I guess I don't do that, but that's pretty much all we really do need to do. I guess I just felt like going off to the swamps to take care of all that, all the minor stuff first. There's the Declan wannabe. I like how there's like 10 character models or something, and some of them are named and some aren't.
Fair.
That dick got in my way twice, 3 times. If I could, I would have pushed him off into the water.
Take me.
Times.
How many?
Okay. So we have a few things we can do here. I think I take care of the Gramps quest. Right now. Because it's going to be relatively easy now. I take him through the pathway that I started taking.
I'm looking for
the
work.
easier one.
Ah, swords. I suspect I know the type of work you seek. Perhaps you could escort me to the chapel for my prayers. I'm old and no longer good at driving monsters off with my staff.
I was thinking about paying work, but all right, I'll take you there.
Alright, and he gives us information about certain things. If we go around the swamp, he'll talk to us about it, but I don't want to have to, like, take care of somebody while doing that, so... he'll talk about this area right here in front of us. He'll also talk about the caves.
Clay pits. This is where those lunatics work.
The tower.
Normal to me.
And I think one other
pretend to be
place.
normal to strangers, yet they conceal their faith. Do you know those dimwits worship fish people?
People believe in the strangest things.
But to worship slime-covered reptiles with bulging eyes. Those Vodionoi can't even talk. You must communicate with them using objects.
Care to elaborate?
Humans communicate with fishoids by leaving objects on special altars. Each item has specific symbolic meaning and is read as an intention. The Vodionoi answer in the same manner.
What kind of objects?
Dunno, and I don't care. You need to speak with one of the worshippers. But brickmakers don't divulge their knowledge to potential blasphemers.
And that's some weird information on these brickmakers. Either way, we can just continue onwards, taking them through the safe area here. Oh yeah, there's the 3 little islands, kind of like in front of us. We can take him there, and he'll speak about that as well. I didn't think this area right up here would be interesting enough, but Yeah, he'll talk about it. And we'll have enemies coming after us
Three
in the
islands, they
cutscene.
call this place. A plant called celandine flourishes here.
You know about herbs?
Well, no herbalist.
I like how
but I
he
read much
waits
in my
for
youth.
us. Or
For
it.
example, 2 doses of celandine combined with nasen salts produces a bomb that instills magic fear.
Useful.
And we
Holds
actually
blood
get a
suckers
recipe
inhabit
here.
the swamp. If you can get 2 doses of their blood,
Oh,
mix
you
it with
mean the
abomination lymph and
creatures right
equinox
behind
spores,
us?
you create a potion that druids call Maribor Forest.
Know any other uses
That actually
for herbs?
becomes somewhat
Damnable
useful
old
later.
age. I may remember later.
The monsters don't actually go after him, though, for some weird reason. They'll just run off and crouch down, as you just saw. He ran off pretty far away. Apparently he could just go to the place on his own. I mean, he's only a few steps away from it, technically. But, you know, whatever. We wouldn't be able to get all this information from him if he just did that. And next up, he'll tell us about the cave here.
I rarely go near that cave. It's the lair of wild dogs.
Wild dogs and...
And the hounds feed on carrion, though they rarely scorn fresh meat.
I had a bad dog experience recently.
A tale may change your mind. Local legend claims the tomb of a famous Vran warrior lies in the deepest parts of the cavern.
Yeah, I already looted that.
Treasure.
Folks tell the strangest tales, all varying, save for one.
What's that?
All who sought the treasure
How I got the
Who
Sephiroth
were the
thing.
were. They're nearly extinct. Well, I know little about them.
Let's move.
Alright. It would be kind of interesting to go up to the tower to see what he would say about it, but I'm not gonna do that. I really am not. Oh, I think the other place he talks about is the Golem pit, or the Golem area. He's really slow. I mean, he's running fast, but he's still technically slow. And here we go, and we just watch as he runs off into the
Here we
swamp.
are. Thank you, son.
I'm not your son.
I like you. Visit me sometime. I'll show you my books, serve you some tea, and goulash. You're
Might not want to
rich,
eat his goulash.
I met another of your kind recently, but he lacked courtesy. He demanded to know about the Circle of Elements.
Another Witcher? What can you tell me about him?
Well, not much, son. He wandered about asking questions and looking like one with a sour stomach.
I'm not so interested in that.
Yeah, I know. He feared something or someone. Spent most of his time near the pits where those village idiots burrow in clay.
Thanks, Gramps. That helps.
I think that's supposed to lead us to the dead body of his, or the supposed dead body of his that isn't actually his. But we already checked that out, and we already know all about that. So now we're gonna go off and fail a quest, because I guess we took too long or something. And Yei-Rin is all pissed off about it, but I don't really care. I think I'm looking for... There's a place... There's an island that has, like, a chest or a corpse or something that has some really good treasures and loot in it. I'm gonna just call it loot. Well, I guess it could be either. I don't think that's it, because it's closer to the other side. And we can talk to Siegfried right now. So that'll be a good thing to do.
Fill my heart.
Take their food.
What's this?
Actually, I don't think I did.
I'm here.
I suspected it would interest.
Indeed.
Yes.
Stay, I must record this. 10 drowners.
Alright, got that taken care of. I believe that's the last last contract for this chapter. Guess I'm gonna sell some stuff, so that's cool. I don't think I'm gonna buy that book. Let's just sell the junk we have because I don't have much left. That's why I didn't take their stuff. Because I didn't have room, not because I was being noble or anything. Why would I be noble to the enemy? Or the soon-to-be enemy? Oh, I do buy it. I wonder what it shows. Let's see. What plants do we now know? Oh, we now know about hellebore, allspice, and I clicked on him too quickly. Here's a thing I didn't know about earlier, as in like this moment, but later I realized you can do it. You can buy a book, read it, and then sell the book immediately. I think I probably knew about that before and just forgot. I mean, I have played this game. Like, the first time I played this game was probably 15 or 16 years ago. So these pylons, you're supposed to be able to activate them.
I need to wait for the storm.
You're supposed to be able to activate them, and as long as you're not in the middle of the 3 pylons, like, if you're on the outside, like where I'm at, you shouldn't be hurt. But for some weird reason, that was not working with me. So I had to take them out the hard way. But yeah, it kept killing me. Maybe I should have put my shield on. Maybe that would have worked.
I play.
Any
Shouldn't have stopped.
Sorry, there's been a misunderstanding.
Farewell.
Yeah, there we go. I like how you can leave and the storm leaves, and then you can come back and you don't have to pay another 500 gold. Surprised those two stayed on for so long. And let's take care of this. I don't think those pillars are still on, though, to be quite honest. Yep, a stone golem. Stone golems were very difficult to fight in the Elder Scrolls arena, so they're probably really difficult here. Yep, 2 of them are taken care of, and here's the last one. They go away pretty fast, as you can see, but just take notice that I'm not in the middle of the 3 when we finally get it to work. So I like to make sure I'm on the outside. And it just, that one didn't even work that time. So I'm on the outside. And it attacks him and me. So I'm just like, what the hell? I'm pretty sure I'm on the outside. Which I was. So I go back up even further. And while it did kill him, it killed me as well. So yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there, but we're gonna have to do it the long and difficult way. But oh well. Doesn't matter. So we can use it at least once. In fact, I do actually use this to kill him. I just use it once on him, damages me, and then I start to heal. And it takes about 75 to 80% of my health. So I have to at least be, I think I had to be all the way up. Fire does also do good damage on him. So this is pretty much what we do from now on, is run around in circles. I probably should speed this up, but I'm not going to. Or rather, I should have sped this up, but oh well. And basically, while I'm waiting for my health regenerate, sadly I did not have another potion of swallow, so I could have made it faster. So while I'm running around waiting for my health to regenerate, I use the flames to damage him along the way to, you know, do something. And by the time I'm full health, he's pretty much almost dead. And I think I just take him out with the flames, because it takes too long for my health to regenerate. I think this was one of the moments where I realized I'm probably going to have to start making some more potions. So doesn't matter. I might speed this up after I do the commentary. I don't know. Nah, it's not too long. I think it's about 5 minutes. It just feels like takes a long time, but in actuality, it actually wasn't. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have reloaded again, gone to a fireplace, and made a health regen potion. I think that would have been probably the more efficient way to do this. Anyways, but yeah, attacking him with a sword does pretty much no damage. So using the fire and the lightning are pretty much the best ways to take care of him. In fact, the lightning is obviously the best because you only need 2 hits. And with fire, you need a lot. I forgot how much I've already done. Maybe 3, 4, 7. I might have used it 7 or 8 times. It's really nice, though. Anyways, we can, I think it was about this time when I was halfway healed that I realized I was probably going to kill him before I could use the pylons again. which I found amusing and annoying at the same time. Yeah, I think I'm fully healed before we finish. I think one of the times I wait till I get the Magicka bar fully up so I could do the fire attack twice. I don't know, I just figured that would be pretty cool to do. Maybe I will speed this up. It's going on for a little bit longer than I thought it would. I think we still are here for another 5 minutes. I might speed it up. My voice will probably sound weird, but nobody cares about that. If I had known I was going to do that, I would have sectioned off the session I had better, but oh well. This will be a much shorter video. I'll probably speed it up so it doesn't take... there's the time where I saved up to 2 hits. We're getting close to the point where I can use it again. Like I said, it only took about 75% of my health, so I have to be at least about 80%. Or 85 even. Too bad I didn't actually look at my health bar when I did that so I could see how much health it took away. So I would know how much I would need to survive. There's many things I could have done to make this more efficient, but this is an interesting way to do it. Hey, I could have done this with the sword. Just imagine that. We are almost healed up enough that we can use the pylons again. I'm honestly already forgot how I finish him off. I think I do just use the pylons just because I waited so long. You know, I just ran around so long that I felt like I kind of needed to. Otherwise this whole time would have been a waste. Because I could have just, you know, reloaded. Getting really close to good enough health. I'm just not going to use the spells anymore, and I'm just saving it up so I can hit him twice again. And you can kind of see his health there, so he's still about a fourth, or he's under, you know, half health. I think it was like 35 or 40% left. I think it was 35. Yeah, I keep trying to look, but I don't want to stick around too long and have him hit me. He never hits me, so I don't know how much health he takes away. I don't know if it's a bullshit one-hit kill or not, basically. And I think this is the last time around, and we're gonna attack him with the pylons. Next time I start clicking on the pylons, I believe, is when I will be attacking him. Of course, he's outside of the pylons now, so I have to get him in the middle again. Yeah, he's still like more than a fourth, so he's still about 30% health. All of those flames barely did anything. They took him down like 20%. Alright, and this will be it. And there we go. Nope, he got out of it again. Now I have to reload them again. I could take him out with the fire, I guess, but that would take too long because it took that long just to take out a fourth of his health. Stood in the same spot I did before, and that time it didn't damage me at all. Kind of weird and very much annoying, but what can you do? Alright, well, we're definitely going to save after all that. I think that took about 10 to 15 minutes. I should have timed it, basically. Yeah, that took about a little over 10 minutes. That's not too bad. I might actually not speed it up then. It's a respectable amount of time to watch someone do a boss fight. And now I think we're going to the tower now. Or maybe we're talking to Yavin now. Oh, I think we're doing the Yavin stuff. And their people come out to fight these creatures, I believe. Or they will if they follow me out in the air. Which I don't think they do. No, they don't. Oh, one of them did. I really wanted to make sure I didn't... I really wanted to make sure I destroyed all the enemy because I didn't want to accidentally be the cause of one of these people's death just by running here. Thankfully I took care of them. And I decided to take care of this one as well. And another one comes along too, because it decides that it's tired of living. Alright, we can continue on this way. I believe I'm seeing Gramps again, actually. And I'm not doing the Yavin stuff. I went the right way, but I went too far north. And had to go a little bit further east. Anyway, this is the Gramps hut, and we'll find out what he likes to do. He has an interesting hobby. And I always think his house is over in this area, but I'm always wrong. And then I always remember nothing is over here at all. But yeah, we can check out his little hut and the crappy stuff he has. Could have gotten that book from here, but didn't feel like doing all this stuff yet. Got some mead and other alcohol. Got a sandwich. And so yeah, that's his little hobby.
This will be my home.
Is that skull and brain human?
Yes.
And the meat?
That too.
Plates.
I like how he invited us here to see what he
Get
was.
agitated. Listen to my reasons.
What reasons might a cannibal have?
You look pale. Care to eat something?
Why do you eat human flesh?
Well, I enjoy it. It has health-giving qualities,
Yeah.
and it tastes like chicken. Pound of human flesh provides
I don't
the
think it
equivalent
does.
Spare me.
Well, you are.
Everything tastes like chicken,
Well,
though.
I do follow certain rules. For instance, I never consume children.
Truly praiseworthy.
Well, no need for sarcasm. Well, occasionally I polish up a druid or a brickmaker, but I especially savour elf meat. It's aromatic, naturally infused with scents of roots and spices.
What about dwarf meat?
Okay.
Oh, veiny and stringy. I believed I tasted it once, but in truth I'm unsure it was dwarf meat. To my embarrassment, I was forced to fight a drowner for it. The bloody scrap that was my share had little to identify it.
Enough.
As you wish, I'll say no more.
You don't deserve to live.
Well, you can always kill me, but I'm of greater use alive. I have vast knowledge, and I know this swamp well. I could be of assistance to you.
Like I believe you.
Alrighty
You'll
then.
flee as soon as I leave.
No, I'm too old to run again. I'd not deceive you. You've come to the swamp on an important mission. Completing it must be of greater import than one old monster. And mark me, I hold answers to many questions.
Fine. You'll live, for now.
Thank you. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll grant you a potion recipe.
That could be useful.
Yeah, I never kill him. He's too funny for me to care. Oh man, just standing there looking at him like, what the hell, man? Alright, well, that little minor quest is taken care of. And we have a little... recipe he gave us. I don't know if we need to read it or not. Yeah, we did. Alright. We have a lot of stuff we can sell now. Although I could also make a lot of potions and make some room that way as well. Or do both. Alright, well, that is complete. Now we can continue on to other quests. 5 in the evening. So, what can we do now? We can see Yavin and Yavin. I think we need to find one more Sephiroth before we can do the tower thing. Still haven't figured this one out, huh? I wonder how long it takes me to figure it out. Basically, from the front of the tower, there's 2 pathways. You can take the path to the right and the path to the left. They're like really close to each other. This is the way. And that's how you get to this other place. Or you can cut across from that other area right there, but I think it's up a slight incline, and that's why I never notice it. Alright. So we will be doing the Yavin stuff right now. We also have to go back and talk to Raymond to get him over to the tower, but that's the final quest in the game. The chapter, rather. Well, apparently I'm going somewhere, but not to Yavin. Maybe I'm going to Yavin instead. But first we have some enemies to take care of. Oh, I think I'm trying to clear the path up as much as I can before we take them to where we need to take them. I got another drowned dead over there, but I'll make short work of them immediately. I think the area is more or less taken care of. So I think one more enemy. Not that we're going to be going this way, but they saw me, so... Not that we needed the shield, but it's good habit to try and use it when I'm fighting an enemy. Eventually it helps out quite a decent amount. Another enemy here. Now you can see tons of Baker Tick plants all over. Wasn't able to get out of the poison spray in enough time, but well. Doesn't do that much damage anymore. More enemies, and there they are. Alright. Now I think the path is clear. The path that's to our right and slightly in front of us is the way we need to take to get to the Golem area. Probably didn't need to take this one out, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And if I go and see them right away without resting, there should not have been enough time for enemies to respawn. So now I can, I mean, there might be some random ones that pop up, but for now, for the most part, they should be good. So yeah, we can do this, little quest here. Obviously want to save. I don't think I saved in quite some time.
Yes.
See that he's still practicing.
An up
Correction.
I hope.
Knowing.
Indeed.
Farewell.
Yes.
Didn't want to hear his snarky
I've
calm
heard
back
that
What's
again.
it to do?
I'd like you to lead the unit to the Golem burial.
All right.
Go
I'm
then.
gratified. Hawkers, as humans call them, supply weapons to our units. Waste no more time. The unit is ready. May your footsteps be soft, your breathing relaxed.
Are the knights as...
They're heavily armored. You best prepare. I heard we...
Yes.
All right, here we go. I don't see our people that we need to take out yet, so I think I end up saving, or not saving, but resting for an hour until they see if that would help get them out. I figured maybe they already started up ahead, but they definitely wouldn't be any further ahead. So guess I'm gonna go get the remains. So I think I use the fireplace to rest an hour and get them into the game because they're not here. And of course I wanted to see if they were already here. They aren't. And funny enough, I could almost take all these guys out on my own. I think there was one enemy too much. I probably could have done it, but I didn't really want to. The archers, I feel like I should have taken out first. Also, if I had gotten in a better habit of using my shield. I do that eventually, though. But as you see, I do actually pretty good. I just had that one guy left. I'm not gonna count the archers. But yeah, I thought I did pretty good on my own, so I probably could have done that by myself if I really wanted to. I think with me having to reload brings them back though. Like, I believe they're there now. No, I had to talk to him first. Because I saved before talking to him. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, let's go speak to him. Now I'll be resting and
I'm listening. What's it?
seeing
I'd like...
if they arrive for me, which they do.
Relax.
I trust.
Farewell.
What
do you mean?
Some of our greatest died combating humans. Have you seen... Why should... Wait. I've long carried...
Thank you. What do you...
Some of... Have you...
Your bl...
Show me.
Bam, 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 bam. We have a bunch of Feynweld somewheres because I picked a bunch.
You do know Fenowed. I thought wrongly about you.
Don't apologize.
You do know Fenowed.
Bow, 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 bow.
I thought wrongly about you.
I thought that was gonna go somewheres, but I guess not. But at least she doesn't hate us now. And our people still aren't here. So I do wait an hour, or rest an hour, however you want to call it. And I do, the people we need to lead to the place do arrive, just, you know, they show up. I believe it's 2 elves and 3 dwarves or something like that. This wasn't an unknown potion, so I wanted to see what it does. An interesting idea. Kind of weird and of no use. But it does... I was thinking that it would give a pretty cool visual while I tried the fight once again. I don't know what that other potion did. I thought it was supposed to be a endurance regenerator or something like that. So of course I want to take out all the archers first, because I felt like they were the ones who helped the most at our demise. And if I had put on the shield, I think I would have done even better. Although the shield's not that great yet. And sadly, 2 more came up behind me, and they just showed up out of nowhere. So I was doing way better that time, but the game cheated, and yeah. I think maybe you can't just do this on your own. I kind of wanted to try, but I don't think you can do it on your own. You have to bring the others. Then it becomes way easy.
All right. Are they? Yes.
You reek, human.
And we can't speak to the one girl again because either it's a different one or she now says something different. Yeah, so this time I kind of figured, you know, I failed twice. Well, failed once, the game cheated, and so I decided that I would just look for them here, but I couldn't find them, so I figured maybe if I rested an hour they would have just appeared, which they do. And we can actually level up at the same time, so it's a kind of a win-win. I think of getting another thing in group steal, since we're going to be fighting the humans. I already did not notice what I got, so that's kind of cool. And they do indeed show up scattered around us. As you can see, 3 elves and 2 dwarves. Or is it 1 dwarf? I think there are 2 dwarves, but they're so short I couldn't see the other one. I didn't want to rest originally, that's why I tried it twice. Because I thought the enemies would respawn, if I want to be proper about it. I thought they would respawn along the way, along the path, but they didn't, so thankfully we were able to get there quite easily without needing to fight anything on the way. And because they were not weakened by any enemies along the way, most of them were able to survive. I think only one of them died. In this mission, at least one needs to survive, and I actually had all of them but one survive, so I thought that was kind of cool. It would have been better if all of them survived, though. And as you can see, it becomes extraordinarily easy now. With them taking care of some of the others, it just becomes extraordinarily easy. Although it takes a little bit longer because they're not surrounding me anymore. So as you can see, it was one of the dwarves that died. I was actually quite bummed out about that. But one compared to all theirs is a percentage of numbers of comparisons. And I believe I've looted everything I'm able to, and now we can go back.
Screw co-op existence.
Guess I wanted to check one last time, and I think it was probably a good idea I did, because I think I missed one of the remains. There we go, 50 gold. Yeah, I felt like I didn't loot properly. I felt like I needed to go back. I probably still missed one or something, but
When will this end?
not really sticking to the path, are they? But and that's that on that. I don't think I need to keep stopping for them to catch up every so often, but I still do that. I think I could have just ran all the way to the entrance to the area and just waited for them there. It looked like it said 2000, so I believe that's 8. Well, I know it's 8 if it is 2000. And I'll lead them over into this area.
Come back to
And I think I need to speak with one of them. I guess I just need to speak to him.
I led the unit to the burial ground and we ran into some knights of the order.
I assume you were victorious.
But we found neither hawkers.
We'll acquire weapons. The Dwan will come for our gold.
I'm sure
I conducted a little investigation into that witcher who roamed the swamp before you.
Learn anything?
Yes. He was seized by Dwan wearing the Salamandra sign. Apparently he offered no resistance.
So he isn't dead. But why did he hide his gear?
Maybe he foresaw their coming. Look out for yourself, Gwynblyde.
Thank you, Yavin.
Indeed.
We aim to win back our world.
Alright, well, we helped out there, so I think now I go from Yavin to Yavin, if I remember correctly. And that's when I realized that the quest is failed. I spent a long time. It's been about a day or two in game, of course. I do, of course, take out the Algals since I need their bones. And we have another one right beside us. That might just be a normal ghoul, though. Yeah, it was just a normal ghoul. And we have another ghoul to our other side. And now we have an owl ghoul. I think we had a graveyard beside us, too. I'm not sure. It was either a graveyard or just another ghoul. Probably just a ghoul. It was quite easy to take down. Yeah, those are all ghouls. One of them was an owl ghoul. But yeah, we got that quest taken care of as well. Now we just have to turn it in. But yeah, I believe I spent 1 or 2 days doing a lot of other getting back to our character. This is at the point where I just start following the markers on the minimap, because I'm at the point where I can just take out any of the enemies in the swamps. So now I don't have to like try and take pathways. I can just cut across the whole swamp, which is quite nice. And then I put that here. Checking out the time. Realize I am a little bit early. I guess I'm looking to see if there's any other quests I can do, or if I should just wait. I don't think there are any other quests I can do, so I think I need to wait. So I believe I wait 2 hours. But yeah, I think I spent too much time doing this final step. In the end, it doesn't really matter because it's a minor quest and it just, you know, doesn't matter. Thankfully, there's not a section in the journal that marks all your failed quests. Because I like to get rid of the quests out of the quest journal. It's kind of a nice feeling. But we have a fireplace, we have a fire spell, and we have 2 hours before we can do the quest. In-game hours, that is. Sure, 3 hours would have been midnight, but I think it would have been too late by the time I ran all the way over there, so that's why I did an hour earlier. And now we can do quick running to get there. After we fail this, though, I get a little bit, or quite a bit, frustrated with the whole thing, so we'll see how I deal with that. We still have half an hour in game time before it works, but just gotta wait until then. Which won't take too long. I think just wait a few seconds and it should be there. There it is. Sadly, if I could have, I would have taken out Yaren as well. But you can't take out quest characters. So yeah, now we just, it doesn't get rid of the quest and it still says I have to be there, so I'm like, what the hell's going on here? But I know the general location I need to go, so we'll go there. And then we'll know that the quest messed up on us. I almost feel like cutting out the trip there and then the trip back, but I'm not going to. It doesn't take too long, although it is quite annoying that I already forgot about the sword trick. Would have been mightily useful if I had done so. And you'll notice that none of the loggers are here anymore.
About the...
You blind? Everyone's left or...
What happened?
Instead of rescuing us, you went
Yeah,
sightseeing.
so the game completely fucked me over, and I wanted to kill him, as you can see, but it doesn't let you. So... yeah. And also our sword is not here anymore, so they took our sword. Really pissed me off, so I have another thing I can do. That's stuck in my inventory and I can't ever get it out. And so now we'll go back and see what else I do. Apparently he feels like putting away the sword, even though I like to use it to run quicker. They're not the ones I want to do anything with. And I'm sure most of you probably guessed what my plan is. I wanted to kill both of them, but since the game fucked up on me, I wanted to be a douche. We're gonna take care of this asshole. And it's actually quite easy to take him out. It takes a while, but it's easy because he doesn't do any damage. Vindication and catharticism has been placed upon us. I believe I now go back to the city to speak to Azar Javed about our plan, you know? I think that's what we do. I think pretty much that's it.